Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. Let's join Susan Warren on the grounds of the John Hay estate for a little walkabout.
Welcome to the Fells. We consider it a treasure on Lake Sunapee, and it was the original summer home of John Milton Hay, who was a very recognized statesman and probably someone that many people did not study in their history classes. But we're trying to make sure that as many people as possible know who this man was, because he contributed so much to the history of our nation. And in the late 1800s, John Hay bought 1,100 acres of land from farmers who had sort of abandoned the farms in this area. So John Milton Hay built this house for his family as a summer residence only. John Hay, as I said, was a statesman, and he was our private secretary to Abraham Lincoln. When Lincoln was assassinated, he was there. You'll see pictures of him at the bedside. And he then, after that, went on to do many things. He became our Secretary of State under McKinley and Teddy Roosevelt. So there is a lot of history here, but all of the generations of Hays did something significant, and that's why this property is so interesting. After John Milton Hay passed away, his son Clarence inherited the property, and he and his wife Alice Appleton Hay sort of changed the house a little bit. She couldn't quite replicate the hunting trails, but she did a lot of other things that is very reminiscent of the house that she knew as a child. They were very interested in horticulture, and thus the gardens here are the ones that were actually developed by Clarence Hay, who was a wonderful horticulturalist. And we have 5 beautiful gardens here at the Fells, which have been restored. And this is the pathway leading to the old garden. And this was a very special and almost secret garden that Clarence built for Alice. And she was so delighted when she first saw it that it brought tears to her eyes. And this is actually a working fountain, a little pond, and the statue is original to the Fells. It's called the Boy with the Turtle. We have the perennial border, which just is right off of the veranda. We have the Rose Terrace, which is certainly dedicated to Alice. Below that, we have the Rock Garden, which is one of the most significant rock gardens in the Northeast. And below that, we have our famous heather bed, which is actually taken care of with our help and our volunteers by the Heather Society. So the 5 gardens are very significant. We share those with the public, and our landscape directors help to explain the property and the gardens to our public. But we invite our public again to take either self-guided tours, or we have docent-guided tours as well. And there's always something new to learn, because one of the things we like to say about the Fells is that it's not just a single visit. It's wonderful to return and do so many different things each time you return, so that the visitor's experience is something that is gained with each new visit, and it's not the same old every time you come.
Thanks, Susan. What a marvelous place in our backyard. There's also a great wooded trail that takes you down to the lake.